All right, so aside from this guy being a fruitcake, you know, and look, I'm going to explain to you what's going on here. Okay, so we know that the two pillars are an electrical system. Okay, well, let's look at what this guy's really doing. Yeah, it's gay, it's fruity, it's not even gay. It's beyond that. Because gay people doesn't necessarily mean they're pedophiles. So this is beyond that. What he's doing is disgusting, and you're going to even be more disgusting when you understand why he's doing it to kids. This is why. The floor is the ground. Okay, you got to understand the electrical system. You got a positive and a negative. When you have a car battery, the negative doesn't flow to the positive because the negative is dead. It's ground. Okay? That's why your parents tell you you're grounded. You can't move. Stay in there. You're stuck, right? So when it's grounded, you have to have a positive and a negative to close. It's called closing a circuit. When a circuit is open, it's broke. That's what we're in. We're in an open circuit because the flow isn't continual. Okay? These guys understand the light system, and what I mean is they understand the workings of the matrix, if you want to use that aspect of it as a way to identify with it. That was taken away from us. These guys still have some knowledge of it. So here's what's going on. When you see these people that dance and they clip their fingers together, they're directing a power source that's coming from above down through them into their fingertips, down to their body, and then it goes into the ground. Okay? What this guy is doing here, you see how he has 1 foot on the ground. He has 1 foot in his mouth. That's the connection point. The water is the catalyst. Remember in the breezy hook or the breezy point in New York? Okay, you remember the cars were exploding in water? It's because it's an electrical charge. So what this guy is doing is he's using a child or a young kid. That's why he's going to the youth facility. Because he can't go do it with babies because that's too much of a giveaway. The thing with young kids is they're not laden down by shit from life. Because as life goes on, let's say that you're a battery and you're continually putting out energy. This is why batteries fall apart. Okay, you start to do what's called oxidize. Okay, they start to corrode. You ever look at a car battery and you get that, you'll look at the terminals where you connect them and you get that powdery stuff around it? It's because from being charged and recharged and charged and recharged, they start getting caked up with a residue. Okay, and eventually the battery dies and it has to be replaced. But when you have a fresh battery, you have a fresh connection. So this guy's got his foot on the ground. He's got it on his fucking mouth. It's going through his mouth into his body and then into the ground. So basically what he's doing is he's using this kid as a freaking antenna to pick up energy. Okay? They disguise it by using some bullshit religious crap. That's why he's using young kids. It's the same reason why they use them in sodomy and sex, because they're fresh batteries. Okay, that's what it comes down to. So basically, what you've got is you got the energy flowing through the kid like this. One is going to the ground, and one is going through him. Okay, notice he's using this pillar. He's using the active pillar, right? To draw energy off of this kid. Because it depends on which way you're looking at it. But this is the live pillar. That's why he's grabbing energy from it. They disguise this shit as religion. Jesus didn't kiss no damn feet. The water is the catalyst. That's the insulator. That's what... If you're getting a signal... Cable... I used to be a lineman and work on telephone poles and connecting cable TV. Cable TV is nothing more than a big long stretch of aluminum wire with a piece of copper wire on the inside. Okay? All it is an antenna. It doesn't do anything. Every so many 100 yards, you got a black box, which is called a motherboard, just like in a computer. When that wave that comes down from the satellite hits the main pickup satellite and is fed into that, the farther down the line that signal gets, the weaker it becomes. And so that black box called the motherboard takes that signal, and when you open those boxes, there's two screws in there. One is for the slope, that's the going down, and one is for the gain. If you overlap that, you'll get the seal of Saturn. Okay? And what you do is you want to set that in the middle. so that it's perfect on the up and the down. It looks just, it basically, if you overlapped it, it looks like a hill going up and a hill going down. And what you do is you want that right in the middle. Okay? Well, basically, the water is doing the same thing. The water is acting as the motherboard. It's the catalyst. It's what's helping create the signal to be stronger. So as the water, or as the signal hit that mother box, it takes that and it boosts the signal. And it sends it farther on down the line till it dissipates and it gets to the next motherboard. And then it boosts the signal. All this guy is doing is the same thing we did when we were all power stations. Everything works the same. This is what substations are. When they're sending electric power to your house, it's probably coming out of Texas if you live in the United States. And as it gets sent up, it hits substations and it hits other power stations, which take that signal, they amplify it, and then it gets sent to your house, where it goes to the telephone pole, where there's that thing underneath called, it's a step-down transformer that breaks it down and it gets sent in your house. This is an electrical system. This guy is using this kid for a battery. That's exactly what it is. It looks faggy and all of that, but if you want to break it down, what he's doing is he's using this guy as a battery. It's all about electricity, man. That's exactly what he's doing. And so they cover it up using religion to hide the truth about what's really going on here, but then they use the perversion as well to mix that in. That's what he's doing.